Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network for this afternoon's presentation of Heartland Championship Wrestling. My name is Dave Little, and we are coming to you live from the Dave Cave with action from Patriot Championship Wrestling from the Boston Garden. And first off, welcome to Frank Wainscott, first in line at the door. Glad to hear you're feeling much better. And hopefully today's wrestling action will not disappoint. Also, hello to Neil Lau, and welcome, and Miho Burns as well. Cleveland baseball fan 879. Wow, all the cool people are here. And we are ready for some action from Patriot Championship Wrestling in Boston. Now, we have already had some activity here prior to the broadcast, and it's been an interesting show. The card started with the Fabulous Kangaroos in their return to action, making a victory over the team of Sputnik Monroe and Norvell Austin in tonight's opening contest. The Kangaroos returning to action after losing the Patriots Tag Team Championships. Things then got interesting as Eddie Gilbert came to the ring to take on Billy Wicks. Eddie Gilbert, of course, a member of the James J. Dillon Enterprises stable, but James J. Dillon was not present for the Eddie Gilbert match. Gilbert was instead accompanied by Killer Kowalski, his friend and fellow member of James J. Dillon Enterprises. But midway through the match, word came down from Bill Apter, of all people, the color commentator, that Kowalski was banned from ringside, and we can presume that came from the commissioner of Patriot Championship Wrestling. Kowalski was escorted away from ringside, and Billy Wicks took advantage of that momentum and turned the tide in the match and picked up the upset victory over Eddie Gilbert. And controversy surrounded that because certainly James J. Dillon would not have allowed that to happen to his charges if he were at the driver's seat and not asleep at the wheel during the Eddie Gilbert match. Then we saw the team of Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard in tag team action, and they were indeed accompanied by James J. Dillon. And Arn and Tully wrestled the British Bulldogs. They were at the peak of their game, and it was Anderson and Blanchard defeating the Bulldogs when Tully put down Davy Boy Smith with the slingshot suplex. The real shocker was when Dynamite Kid tried to make the save. Out of nowhere, it was Johnny Valentine appearing at ringside to pull Dynamite Kid off the ring apron and prevent Dynamite from making the save. And it was a tremendous shockwave throughout the city of Boston as Johnny Valentine has signed with James J. Dillon Enterprises. Last time we saw Johnny Valentine, he was down in the Atlantic Wrestling Federation, where he was a multi-time former champion, but he had gotten into a contract dispute with the AWF authorities. And sure enough, right out from under their noses, Johnny Valentine signed a contract with James J. Dillon and is now here in Patriot Championship Wrestling, and the arena is still buzzing. And now we are here live on the channel. Welcome to everybody who has tuned in for today's broadcast. We've got 3 exciting matches to present. Our main event will be the Patriot Heavyweight Championship as the champion Bob Backlund defends against Buddy Rogers. That should be a technical masterpiece. We'll also see the Patriot Tag Team Championships defended by the champions Demolition as they take on the exciting young team of the Fantastics, Tommy Rogers and Bobby Fulton, as Carl Villa comes to the chat room. Thank you for joining us, my friend. And before we get to our championship matches, we have one other special feature in store for the viewing audience, and that will be brought to you by this man, Angelo MOSCA. Angelo Mosca has newly arrived in Patriot Championship Wrestling. He has been bullying as many people as he can get away with bullying, accompanied by his tag team partner, the Spoiler, who is already under contract in Patriot Championship Wrestling. Excuse me. Mosca is not officially under contract, but the Spoiler has been handling Mosca. And Mosca has been challenging anybody and everybody who will listen to a fight. And in his first appearance, he was challenged by Billy Wicks. And Mosca quickly put away Billy Wicks. And now Mosca is in the ring demanding another challenger to come out and face him here in Boston. And just like that, we have some commotion backstage, and out comes the Spoiler, who is the partner and the associate of Angelo Mosca, and he has a hand-picked opponent for Angelo Mosca in the form of this man, Tom Rocky Stone. Tom Rocky Stone has wrestling credentials second to none, says the Spoiler. And of course, we all know that is not the case. Tom Rocky Stone is just a common unskilled opponent who is generally an enhancement talent, but he has a card here in the Filsinger Games universe as a perennial limited edition from the winter 2023 perennial that took place a few weeks ago. So Tom Rocky Stone, handpicked by the Spoiler to take on Angelo Mosca in our special contest, our special challenge match here to open the televised portion of the show. We're not sure whether or not the next of kin of Tom Rocky Stone have been notified that this is taking place, but certainly Angelo Mosca is out for blood and ready to do whatever it takes to maintain his undefeated streak here in Patriot Championship Wrestling, as JT 2.0 joins us here in the chat room, the finest JT of all time. And now the opening initiative role goes to Rocky Stone. Rocky Stone coming out strong against Mosca. And Rocky Stone goes for the hammerlock. And Mosca quickly reverses the hammerlock. And it is Mosca who comes back with a big tackle into the corner, just driving the back of Tom Rocky Stone into the corner turnbuckle. And Tom Rocky Stone is stunned in the corner. Mosca now with a big right hand to the side of the head of Tom Rocky Stone. That's actually a choice G maneuver, so he will need a roll of 9 or lower to connect with that big right hand. And on a roll of 9, he nailed it. And Tom Rocky Stone is down. Mosca going for the cover. The pin roll is 5 or lower. And Tom Rocky Stone kicks out. What a heroic effort by Tom Rocky Stone to kick out of the big right hand delivered by Angelo Mosca. Mosca now moving in against his man. An elbow smash to the face. Oh, is that ever brutal. That's going to cost Tom Rocky Stone another point of fatigue. Tom Rocky Stone is in trouble. He staggers to his feet as Angelo Mosca sizes up his foe and comes in with a twist of the head, just torturing his man. Tom Rocky Stone down to his knees now as Angelo Mosca works the neck. Mosca now with a running power slam, and down hard to the canvas goes Tom Rocky Stone. Tom Rocky Stone is down. Angelo Mosca standing over him with a menacing growl as Angelo comes with the sleeper. Sleeper hold applied to Tom Rocky Stone. But Tom Rocky Stone is able to fight his way free of the sleeper hold. And the match will continue as Tom Rocky Stone makes it to the top rope and forces the hold to be broken. Tom Rocky Stone is groggy. Angelo Mosca is in control. And now it is a backbreaker. Down hard across the knee. Rocky Stone is down. Mosca in control. And another big right hand delivered by Angelo Mosca. But Tom Rocky Stone is going to try to rally here. He fires back with an eye rake. A rake of the eyes by Tom Rocky Stone. MOSCA is staggering around. Tom Rocky Stone with a side backbreaker. MOSCA gets to his feet. Tom Rocky Stone with a forearm smash. That's a choice B maneuver. He needs a roll of 10 or lower to connect on that, and he got him with that devastating forearm smash. Angelo MOSCA stands his ground bravely. And now it is Tom Rocky Stone with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes MOSCA, and on a roll of 10, it is a running double clothesline. And King Kong Angelo MOSCA is the first man to his feet. The rally for Tom Rocky Stone didn't last long, and now it is MOSCA with another backbreaker. Down hard across the knee. And now it is King Kong MOSCA going back to the sleeper. Sleeper hold applied, and again, Tom Rocky Stone bravely survives the sleeper hold. I don't know how he's doing it. He is staggered. His running lights have been dimmed. And now another big elbow smash to the face from Angelo MOSCA. MOSCA is destroying this man, but Tom Rocky Stone will not go down easily. Here's a big leg drop from MOSCA. MOSCA follows that up with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Tom Rocky Stone. And now it is a big kick by MOSCA that stuns Tom Rocky Stone. Here is a rake of the face by MOSCA. And Rocky Stone is staggered back into the turnbuckle again. And now another big right hand delivered by MOSCA. He got all of that one. And he is going to go for the cover. And finally, on a big right hand, Tom Rocky Stone has been pinned by King Kong Angelo MOSCA. And the celebration in Boston has begun as MOSCA stands over the fallen Tom Rocky Stone with the spoiler at his side, raising the arm of MOSCA in the air. After a brutal slugfest, Angelo MOSCA gets the best of Tom Rocky Stone. And your winner is, and still undefeated, is Angelo MOSCA. As we welcome Mark Ferguson to the chat room. Oh, the humanity of this. Someone stop this. He might be a daddy to someone who needs to make a living. Yeah, and looking forward to Neil and seeing what Neil has in store for us. We'll have to check that out as well. And Frank Wayne's got any chance the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, might make an appearance on the channel. I have not seen a Mark Henry card anyplace. It's not an official Filsinger card, to my knowledge. But yeah, if anybody is aware of a good Mark Henry card that we could put on the channel, please let me know, and I would be glad to do so. All right, so we've had some fun in our opening matchup with Angelo King Kong MOSCA and the MOSCA Challenge. A valiant effort indeed put up by the overmatched but capable Tom Rocky Stone in tonight's opening matchup. And now we are going to get serious as it is time for our first championship match of the evening. The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Patriot Tag Team Championship. Introducing first the challengers, collectively known as the Fantastics from the City of Angels. He stands at 5'10", weighs 220 pounds. This is Bobby Fulton. And his tag team partner at 5'9", 222 pounds. This is Tommy Rogers. One of the Hall of Fame sets, Thez and Tragos set 3. That's good to know. I'll look that up and we'll see if we can get Mark Henry to make an appearance here on the channel. Maybe he can be the next guy to pick up the Angelo MOSCA Challenge and perhaps provide a little better competition than Tom Rocky Stone. As sharp-dressed man, blares over the crowd, and the Fantastics come to the ring as the ladies of Patriot Championship Wrestling's audience squeal with delight. And their opponents, from parts unknown, coming to the ring at a total combined weight of 585 pounds. This is the team of Axe and Smash, Demolition. So Demolition taking on Tommy Rogers and Bobby Fulton. Get our championship dice into effect here as we prepare for tonight's next matchup. Axe and Smash, the champions. They have held these titles since February the 4th of 2023, and they are now defending against the Fantastics. And it will be Demolition Smash starting things off against Bobby Fulton, as the two men come together in the center of the ring, and the opening initiative role is won by Demolition Smash. And here we go. Smash immediately grabs Fulton as they come to the lockup, and Smash just grabs him in a big bear hug. And Fulton is already being squeezed like a grape. Smash throws Bobby Fulton to the mat, and now Smash is going to go up for a death jump. I don't know about this, but he's going up for a death jump. It's on his card. And he comes off the top rope with the double axe handle blow, and he nails Bobby Fulton square on the top of the head with that roll. And he's immediately going to go for a pinfall. The pin rating is 3 or lower. And on a roll of 8, Bobby Fulton kicks out, but Smash making a statement, going to the top rope here against Bobby Fulton. And now it is Smash in control, and Smash now pitches Fulton out of the ring, and here we go. Demolition loves to play their games on the arena floor, but on a roll of 4, it is Bobby Fulton who fights back. And now we have got a Donnybrook on the arena floor. Both wrestlers roll disqualification. Smash will possibly be disqualified. There's one roll of 5. And on a second roll of 4, Smash will be disqualified. How about that? Will Fulton also be disqualified? No. So just like that, Smash pitches Bobby Fulton out of the ring and launches a vicious assault at ringside. Axe and Smash are going to be disqualified for their abuse of Bobby Fulton on the arena floor. Tommy Rogers tries to get involved. Let's see what is going to happen here. It is the Fantastics are going to win the brawl and fight off Demolition, Axe, and Smash after the disqualification. But things have broken down here in Boston, and these two teams have had it out on the arena floor. Tommy Rogers coming to the rescue of his partner Bobby Fulton to save Fulton from a vicious assault by Smash at ringside. And now they're going to brawl their way back up to the backstage area and up the ring ramp. Axe and Smash brawling with the Fantastics. Steel chairs being thrown about. Wrestlers being thrown about. And there will be a rematch between these teams for the tag team championship. We'll probably put that on the show at the next pay-per-view, as Demolition Smash and Bobby Fulton got into it big time here in Boston. So how about that? Disqualification victory for the Fantastics, as Fulton is assaulted viciously on the arena floor by Demolition Smash. And there will be more to come between these two teams at our next pay-per-view. The next pay-per-view will be on May 27th. It will be entitled Roll the Bones, in honor of the great Canadian rock band Rush and their song of the same names. Roll the Bones, the next pay-per-view on May 27th. Just put that schedule together earlier this morning, as we are planning for the month of action to come here in the Heartland. So, a quick disqualification. Brain damage, ring damage, fan damage, says Mark Ferguson. Gotta love it. Pops Reviews, get 'em, Axe and Smash. MVC, okay. Neil announcing his upcoming card. Neil, if you, I'm going to, what I'm going to do here is, I don't have a lot of moderators, but I'm going to add Neil as a moderator. And Neil, if you, I don't know if you're putting your match, you're putting tonight's show on the YouTube. But if you're doing so, you can now post your link to your YouTube channel in the chat room, so we can all run over and check out your card after the show here. So Neil, if you want to give us a link to your channel, we would love to hear more from you and check out your card at the conclusion of tonight's main event. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is your main event of the evening, and it is for the Patriot Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first the challenger. No, it's an ad is also no YouTube broadcast. Do you put that up on the Filsinger message boards? If so, we can check things out on the Filsinger message boards, which are linked in the description to this video. And thank you for your advertisement. The Miracle Violence Connection and the New Age Outlaws should be a great match. And Pops Reviews, if I did not welcome you already, welcome to the channel. I enjoyed seeing your video on the Squared Circle wrestling simulation game earlier this week. Check out that wonderful channel as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your main event for the Patriot Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first the challenger out of Camden, New Jersey. He stands 6'1" and weighs in at 227 pounds. This is the Nature Boy, Buddy Rogers, the original Nature Boy. And his opponent is your reigning and defending Patriot Heavyweight Champion, 6'1", 234 pounds, out of Princeton, Minnesota. This is Bob Backlund. So Bob Backlund and Buddy Rogers squaring off. This should be a classic. I doubt that we'll see a 30-second disqualification in this situation. Hopefully we'll see a good wrestling match, unlike what we have seen so far on tonight's broadcast. As Bob Backlund and Buddy Rogers face off in the center of the ring under the watchful eye of the referee here in Patriot Championship Wrestling. And the opening initiative role is won by Bob Backlund. So as they move together in the center of the ring, it is Bob Backlund maneuvering behind Buddy Rogers, attempting to pull off the abdominal stretch. And he is able to apply the abdominal stretch off the opening lockup. Good move by Backlund. Rogers thinks for a moment and finally escapes that move, but Backlund is right on him with another delayed vertical suplex up high in the air and down to the canvas hard goes Buddy Rogers after a well-executed suplex by Bob Backlund. Backlund remains in control. He's going to go up for another delayed vertical suplex. Buddy Rogers hanging high in the air and down to the canvas hard. Backlund quickly goes for the cover, and Rogers kicks right out of that. Rogers with a pin rating of 1, so no need for a dice roll in that situation. But Backlund making a statement here in the early going, as he has dominated the opening segment of this match. And now it is Backlund who is going to pitch Buddy Rogers out of the ring. Interestingly, Bob Backlund is an A-rated performer on the arena floor. I would not have expected that, but who am I to question the Thagos Trez Hall of Fame set? As we go out to the arena floor, and on a roll of 10, it is Bob Backlund hitting his opponent with an object like a steel chair. We'll say Backlund does a back suplex onto the announcer's table. That could cost him the disqualification, but will not, as action returns to the ring. Backlund still looking spry, doing a few jumping jacks as he tries to keep it loose as Rogers returns to the ring ahead of the 10 counts. And now it is Backlund who goes for the atomic drop. This is his finisher. It is a +3. So the pin roll is 5 or lower. And on a roll of 8, Buddy Rogers got that left shoulder out of there. As we say farewell to Carl Zilla. And thank you for stopping by, and enjoy the contest and enjoy the dog walk. If wherever you are, if the weather is as pretty as it was here in Madison, Wisconsin today, that should be fun. All right, Backlund in control as he comes back with a pile driver, and down hard to the canvas goes Buddy Rogers. And this time Rogers is going to take it upon himself to roll out of the ring and down to the arena floor. Backlund in pursuit. Backlund's going to wait it out once again as Buddy Rogers tries to collect his thoughts and roll back into the ring where Backlund is waiting with another opportunity to do some damage here. And in fact, he is going to suplex Buddy Rogers back into the ring. Rogers rolling out once again, and again it is Backlund who goes out to the arena floor, nails Buddy Rogers with a couple of forearm smashes, and then smashes the head of Buddy Rogers onto the ring apron. We are certainly seeing some rough and intimidating tactics by Bob Backlund in this title defense. The referee again gives him a warning, but again there will be no disqualification here, as Backlund with another pile driver puts Rogers down once again. And they come back together, and again it is Backlund who is going to pitch Buddy Rogers out of the ring and down to the arena floor and force Buddy Rogers to collect his thoughts. And now as Buddy Rogers comes back to the ring apron, it is Backlund who delivers a stiff knee smash to the side of the head of Rogers as Rogers is trying to get back into the ring through the ropes. And Rogers is down and Backlund is in control. What's he going to do now? Backlund rolls his man over into a Boston Crab. Boston Crab applied by Bob Backlund. Buddy Rogers in rough shape here to start this match. As Backlund works the Boston Crab, and Buddy finally makes his way over to the bottom rope to force the break. And Backlund is right on him with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Buddy Rogers. Backlund has a mechanic on his card that will potentially allow him to do a rolling back bridge on a roll of 10 to 12. He is not able to do so. And as Buddy Rogers comes off the ropes on a roll of 7, it is Backlund who drops down. Rogers comes back the other way. And this time on a roll of 5, it is Buddy Rogers with a running shoulder tackle that takes Backlund down to the canvas. And for the first time, Bob Backlund is on the defensive as Buddy Rogers is taking control. Buddy Rogers with a hard punch to the side of the head of Bob Backlund, showing some frustration after the encounters on the arena floor. Buddy Rogers follows that up with a slap to the face of Bob Backlund. Backlund doesn't take too kindly to that, and Backlund again with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Buddy Rogers. Backlund not able to execute the back bridge, and instead this time it is Buddy Rogers coming off the ropes once again. As Backlund went for that rolling back bridge, it was Rogers who caught him and DDT'd him face down into the mat. Nice reversal there by Buddy Rogers. Backlund stunned by that DDT, and it is Rogers now who is going to go up for the death jump. Up to the top rope goes Buddy Rogers. And on a roll of 7, Buddy Rogers nails Bob Backlund with a flying forearm off the top rope. Buddy Rogers now in control. What's he going to do now? It is going to be a series of drop kicks by Buddy Rogers. He's got the momentum now, and it is Backlund who is going to roll out of the ring and down to the arena floor. Out to the arena floor we go. And this time it is Rogers who's going to wait it out. And Rogers tauntingly is strutting around the ring as Backlund tries to collect his thoughts and return to the squared circle where Rogers is waiting. Rogers now with another hard punch to the side of the head of Backlund. Backlund dazed. Rogers follows that up with another slap to the face of Bob Backlund as the emotions are starting to run high in this match. Rogers with another smack, and this time he went to an eye poke as well, and Backlund is stunned by that. And now back to the drop kicks. Rogers peppering Backlund with another series of drop kicks, and again it is Backlund who is going to take a powder out of the ring. And this time Backlund is going to grab the leg of Buddy Rogers, and we've got a brawl on the arena floor. We may see a disqualification here as they're duking it out. Will Backlund be disqualified? No, he will not. Will Buddy Rogers be disqualified? No, he will not. So we go to the odd-even roll for the winner of the brawl. And on a roll of 6, it is Backlund who wins the brawl. You shouldn't slap someone like Backlund, says Mark Ferguson. And indeed, that is the case. Backlund winning the brawl on the arena floor. And as they come back into the ring, it is Backlund with an underhook suplex. Nicely executed. Up, over, and down to the canvas hard goes Buddy Rogers. Backlund follows that up again with a whip to the ropes. Will he hit the rolling back bridge? No, he will not. As Buddy Rogers comes off the ropes. It is a running double clothesline. Both men are down. And the advantage goes to the man with the higher with the higher ropes rating. These are both A-rated ropes performers. So the advantage goes to the wrestler on offense, which is Backlund. Backlund now in control, and it is Backlund's turn to go up top for a death jump. And on a roll of 5, it is Rogers who gets quickly to his feet, catches Bob Backlund climbing up to the turnbuckle, and throws Backlund down to the canvas hard. Down goes Backlund. Buddy Rogers in control. Big elbow drop executed by Rogers, but Backlund got out of the way of that one. And both men scramble to their feet. Backlund with an arm drag, taking Rogers down to the canvas. Backlund now with another whip to the ropes. And again, he is not able to execute the rolling back bridge. But as Rogers comes off to the ropes, it is Backlund with a high back body drop that takes Rogers down to the canvas. Backlund follows that up with an attempt at a head scissors as he has his man down on the canvas. This is a choice C maneuver. So he will need a roll of 6 or lower to complete this head scissors. And on a roll of 5, he's got it locked in, and Rogers is hurt. Backlund follows that up with another whip to the ropes as Rogers gets to his feet. Still no attempt at the rolling back bridge. And this time on a roll of 11, it is an incredible neck-breaking clothesline executed by Bob Backlund that puts Rogers down to the canvas. Rogers is down. Backlund is in control. He's going to try the death jump once again. And this time on a roll of 6, it is Backlund who nails Buddy Rogers with a flying clothesline off of the top turnbuckle. Fans here chanting for both men. The allegiances are divided. And now it is Backlund going for the crossface chicken wing as Rogers is down. This is another finisher. This is a +3. So on a roll of 6 or lower, we'll have a submission here. And on a roll of 6, he got him. Bob Backlund is your winner with the crossface chicken wing, successfully defending the Patriot Heavyweight Championship here in Boston. All right, so congratulations to Bob Backlund, your successful title defense here against a very game challenger in Buddy Rogers. And that was an impressive performance indeed by Bob Backlund. All right, so thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. Philip Reynolds, welcome to the chat room. How are things in the Dave Cave? Well, thank you for asking. Things are coming along. For those of you who have not been following the saga of 2023, back on April 12th, about 2.5 weeks ago, I had an eye procedure to repair a detached retina, and I'm still operating on one eye. And have the other eye patched just for comfort. Still got blurring of vision, but back to work this week and back to pretty much business as usual. It'll take a few more weeks for the eye to heal up, and before you know it, it will be better than ever. So thank you, Philip Reynolds, for checking in. And I appreciate that. And I appreciate everybody who came in to check out the show here in Heartland Championship Wrestling, brought to you by Patriot Championship Wrestling and the Boston Garden. Congratulations once again to Bob Backlund. We'll see a rematch between Demolition and the Fantastics. And Mark Henry perhaps to make an appearance here in Patriot Championship Wrestling as the fans have demanded it. All right. Thanks, everybody. Miho Burns, JT 2.0, Mark Ferguson, Philip Reynolds, Neil Lau, Carl Zilla, Pops Reviews. Let's see if there's anybody else that was here earlier on. I know Frank Wainscott made his appearance at the beginning of the show. Cleveland Baseball Fan 879. Always a privilege to have Tim here in the chat. And I believe that is everybody. So thank you all for coming out today. Thank you for bearing with me through Jesus Loves You, says Mark Ferguson. Indeed, these are light and momentary afflictions. Whether it's a broken foot or a broken eye or whatever it is, God is with us all. And thank you for the kind words, one and all. And on behalf from the Dave Cave, this is Dave Little signing off. That's our stream, and I am out of here.